Hello everyone, wherever you are and whenever you are. We are back with more of Luis Salvatto's Miracle List. We're on the play. Again, list hailing back from GP Stockholm. And this is going to be a mulligan. Snapcaster doesn't really do a whole lot without any other snappable early game spells in the hand. I'm not excited to see this Terminus. So, here we go. Spin the wheel here. Okay, this hand isn't... It's probably not objectively better, but I don't think I want to go down to 5, so we'll hold on to it. At least this sphere gives us... We will put that opt on the top, because at least that can help us maybe correct a little bit of this draw once we see what deck our opponent's on. Okay, basic planes. Doesn't give us a whole lot of information. This could be Death and Taxes, this could be Soul Sisters. It could just be another blue-white deck, another control deck, just leading on a basic land. Okay. This is going to be a Thalia or a Wall of Omens. Alright. Still not 100% sure what to make of that. But we will go ahead and opt here, see if we can hit a land drop for next turn, since we want to get to these big spells that are in our hand here. Island, perfect. We'll play that and pass right back. So now it's nice we can Logic Knot for up to 2 if we need to, depending on what our opponent goes for here. Really not sure what they're doing here. Okay, another Wall of Omens. I'm not going to counter a Wall of Omens. Okay, Emeria Titan. So our own Field of Ruins and the Singleton Ghost Quarter will come in handy here. And so we now have Cryptic Command mana up. And I think that's where we're gonna hang out for right now. We're gonna save this and this for some of their big payoffy type spells. Okay, they have a green splash, so we can expect things like Renegade Rallier, maybe even a Ramunap, Excavator, or even a Eternal Witness. So Kitchen Finks maybe. Okay, so we're going to field our Colonnade, which is fine. We will grab a basic plains. And we'll just continue to hold this Cryptic Command up. Okay, so there are 3 colors even. So then they could be playing things like Spell Queller yet. I'm sure they still are kind of hinging on the Sun Titan to get things done for them. I don't think I like them having that. So we're going to counter this and draw a card. Try and hit those land drops. I'm going to keep the lands rolling in. All right, Ghost Quarter. So that is good to have here. There's still a little ways. Basic Island is kind of suspect. It puts them farther away from their Emeria, but okay. So I think here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lands in play. So they can't quite hit Sun Titan. I'm not sure what other types of haymaker-y stuff they could have off the top of my head. So we're just going to go and use this opportunity to get Teferi down here. And then we'll hold up Logic Knot. See what they make of that. So the deck that our opponent's playing has a huge amount of inevitability and pin costs, huh? Gonna path their own wall. Okay, so we might get got a little here. City of the Path, we certainly didn't play around that. But if they do go to slam a Titan next turn, we have the Logic Knot for it. So I'm not too worried. So if they curve out here, we can try and, well, yeah, we can try and punish them with the Logic Knot, which is what it is very, very well suited to do. The game plan, as of right now, is just to continue ticking up the Teferi, and we'll have Snap Logic Knot and Snap Cryptic available to us soon here. So 1, 2, 3. So our opponent still only has 3 planes available. They got a 4th in the wings here whenever they need it, but they're still a little ways off from the Emeria. So I think there's relatively few cards that we really care about in this matchup. Okay. So Sphere on our Teferi. I think we're gonna counter that. They have 3 mana available though, which is kind of annoying. We cannot Detention Sphere a Detention Sphere. So we'll have to delve out our entire graveyard, which is a little unfortunate, but we do have a Supreme Verdict that we can use to keep them from going too nuts if they do land a Titan, because it'll still give us a chance to wipe it off the board with Supreme Verdict. Unfortunately, they will be able to get their Crucible back with it, but it is what it is. And they could very well easily have another Sphere here. They do not. So they're going to land some sort of a little threat or something. Night of Autumn. Okay. It's a cool addition to the deck. So as I mentioned, we're going to hold on to this. Unfortunately, our opponent did drop to a lower life total than we are currently at, but I think we will just play the timely reinforcements anyway and chump block the knight here. Or, well, I guess we have enough to do both. Deploy the timely, and then also go ahead and keep up our Snap Logic Knot, although we don't really have anything to delve. But if it is a Titan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if it is a Titan, we should still be able to hopefully get them kind of with a daze, so to speak. So let's go ahead and get a land, or get a card here. Okay, Jace. So we can land that next turn and then start going to town. So and if they decide that they want to begin path to exiling our tokens, we are of course totally fine with that. It is worth noting that they could have a Teferi of their own. Imagine this is getting in, yep. Okay. Timely reinforcements is real good in most matchups. Okay. So we've got a Field of Ruin. Since I didn't do anything, we're just gonna go ahead and field their Emeria right now. If they want to field back and hit one of these, they're welcome to do so. And we'll grab an island, I think. Yep. And that'll be that. Okay. So now, I guess, is where we slam Jace. I guess we'll draw first. Terminus, okay. Okay. Play out our Jace. we are going to Brainstorm, of course. Just want to see some more cards here. Alright, we got some good looking cards. So we'll go ahead and put back the Hallowed Fountain and the Terminus. Play out our island. And just pass back the turn. No attacks. So nothing changes. Of course, it looks like we will have this Teferi ultimating relatively soon, and we will just use the Jace Brainstorm to. Okay, and when I get our Colonnade to shuffle our Terminus, that's fine. We'll go to Plains. It is certainly not the end of the world. They're going to path their own Wall of Omens. I'm not going to fight them on that. We still have quite a few chump blocks here. Our opponent is up to 9 mana though, so they're getting to the point where they might be able to grow outside of the range of our Logic Knot, but that's okay, because like I said, our opponent is going to need something pretty good to beat our board state here. Alright, so there's the Titan. So snap our Logic Knot. Now they might have counter magic of their own, in which case we will get a little blown out, I guess, but 3 mana available. We will do this and do that. There we go. So again, if they have mana leak, Logic Knot, or of their own, or a anything, Negate, they win this round, but okay. Jace, not an exciting draw. Okay. 2 Termini. So we'll put back Flooded Strand and 1 Terminus, along the other one, just in case they have another shuffle effect and they run it out there. And we'll just go ahead and play this Colonnade tapped. No attacks, of course. We're not looking to be swinging anytime soon. Okay, so they're cracking on our end step. We get a Hallowed Fountain. Untap this. Guess we could have put back the Jace. Swing at our Teferi. So we'll go ahead, give this guy the block. Now we could have traded, I guess, maybe the Soldier and the Snapcaster, and then we wouldn't have had to. Okay, so they know what's up. They know that they're soon going to be unable to beat us here. So let's see. Stroke seems good. I think Clique is probably reasonable. It allows us to threaten them on the end step and at instant speed and start chipping away at their life total. I think that's important. I don't know how much we want Terminus in this matchup. We don't care about their Wall of Omens. The Night of Autumn is kind of, they're susceptible to path just fine. I do think we'll bring in the Rest in Peace though. Shuts down their engines. Timely doesn't seem too great, because if we're chumping their Titans, they're still attacking and we're losing the game anyway. do I want to keep Crucible in? I know I'm bringing in the Rest in Peace. Yeah, we'll cut that. Let's see. I think we'll cut 2 Terminus and a Hieroglyphic. Maybe bring in a Dispel. Let's see. Spell Snare. Is that good against anything? It might be good against their post-board counter magic. So until we know any more about that, we'll keep that in. Ancestral Vision seems good. So let's bring in yet. They're going to have paths. Some number of paths, probably. So do we want an Angel over a Dispel to help us fight over some of the counter magic that they may or may not bring in? I like the Cryptics. I think they're really strong here. Search seems pretty good. Let's bring in 1 Negate and see what this does for us. And this looks like a perfectly serviceable hand. Okay, Detention Sphere. Nice draw. So let's see, on 2, I guess we might expect a Wall of Omens or something, or maybe they've sided those out. Evolutionary Leap. Okay. Sack a creature, reveal card, stomp your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Very interesting. So again, in this second game here, we're definitely going to be wary of Spell Queller. I could easily see that being a card that our opponent would board into. Okay, well, it appears as though they might have had a slightly transitional style of sideboard, maybe. So definitely didn't see Thraben Inspector game 1. Nope, okay. Thought they were going for the immediate leap. So for 1 green, they can sacrifice and maybe hit something like a Spell Queller. That's pretty cool. I think we're going to opt here. Just looking to move through our deck a little bit. This Inspector is not... okay. I like that. So here I think we'll go ahead and play the Colonnade, suspend the Ancestral, and just keep up Logic Knot. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and leap, and Cortusar. Once again, not a very potent threat, and they're just passing. Interesting, so I guess they're struggling for blue mana here. I'm going to go ahead and land this, and I don't believe there's any way we can get punished, that I'm aware of anyway, for tapping out for this Teferi. I feel like if they had blue mana, they would have exposed it last turn. But even so, we're going to untap a couple lands here, and once again keep this Logic Knot up. So untap our Fountain, this guy, and we're going to be able to commit Jace to the board next turn, it looks like. So that's going to be pretty good. Gideon, yep, I am not not overly concerned about Gideon. Although I guess I could have logic knotted him, wasn't it? Well, no, I couldn't. So, sorry, I kind of phased out there for a second. Still getting over a little bit of a cold, so. Okay. So, why don't we go ahead and deploy Jace here. We will plus our Teferi. Ooh, those are good cards. And now we will brainstorm with Jace. So I think we will put back a Fortress and a Fountain. Fortress and a Fountain. And we're going to play the Flooded Strand out. Get another card in the graveyard for Logic Knot. And also, I don't think we want to draw any of those cards. So, if this Gideon wants to get frisky with our Jace here, he's more than welcome to try. We have the paths, and as well as Cryptic Command up. 2 Cryptics, even. Okay. Gideon becomes a 4/4. He's going after Mr. Jace here, so we'll just wave bye-bye to him. Ramp our opponent a little bit, but we're getting to the point where I don't think that should matter too much. So go ahead and fetch, because we want to clear those lands on top. Now we did, of course, give our opponent the blue mana, but I think that should be okay. So we'll just go up with Teferi. Ooh, we found a Rest in Peace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Since we have the double Cryptics, I think we'll just hold on to that for right now. So here's an interesting thing. If we brainstorm with Jace, we're going to be discarding a card to hand size, which might be okay if it's just a land or a fetch land or something. Our hand is pretty good. I don't know if we're going to be able to improve the contents of our hand too much, so I'm almost tempted to Fate Seal myself, just to try and get, maybe just kind of go through our own deck. So I think we'll just do that. So our opponent has 6 cards in hand. We don't know what they have or what they need, so we're not going to put Negate on the bottom of our library, and we're going to play this out. I don't think I want to play out this Rest in Peace, though. I don't think I care about that right now. So I think our plan is going to be pretty much the same as it was last game, where we are just going to get this Teferi ticked up another turn, and then ultimate it, and then triple Vindicate them with Jace every turn. So I guess I could have played the Rest in Peace since it would have been free with the Teferi, but like I said, I'm not too concerned about that right now. And I want to keep our graveyard open for Logic Knot. Alright, so here's a Sphere. And they of course had to tap their 1 island in order to cast that, so I'm just going to go ahead and counter draw. If they have a follow-up play, we do have the Logic Knot available. Looks like they might be wanting to fight over this, which is fine. Okay, a Dispel on the Cryptic. So we will... Opponent has 3 mana available. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. Okay, and they concede, which is pretty reasonable. This would have been a really difficult position for our opponent to come back from. I have not seen a Bant version of this style deck, the Emeria Titan deck. It's pretty sweet. Bant's a cool color combination. It would have been interesting to see a little more of their deck, but unfortunately these slow mid-range strategies are pretty easy for our deck to prey on, especially when they don't have black for discard. So they just don't threaten us in a meaningful way. Again, him tapping out for, or not necessarily tapping out, but playing cards like Thraben Inspector or Wall of Omens doesn't really do a whole lot. Even Night of Autumn, while it is a threat, it still is not. It's something that our deck can very, very easily deal with. And between again the Ghost Quarter and the Field of Ruin, we can keep them off of their engine with Emeria, Sky Ruin, and then of course Rest in Peace and things also shut down their Sun Titans, and so it's just really difficult for them to resolve a meaningful threat that we really care about against us, and we just have all the time in the world. And then of course, here you go, the dynamic duo is at it again. I think it's, especially in a matchup like this, I think it's almost impossible to lose when you can slam these two here on an empty board. If you have any interest in this archetype, I know there was a gentleman from the blue-white mid-range / control Facebook group who has did the, I don't remember if it was mono-white or if it was blue-white. I think it was blue-white, because I think I remember playing Cortusar. He was playing an Emeria deck through some leagues for a little while. Oren, I think he can be found under Lagzila or something like that. You can find more content on that style of deck under his channel. I can maybe even provide a link to that channel down below if he doesn't mind. I'm sure he won't. It is a really cool style of deck, and it's probably one that I'll play or at least toy around with a bit at some point, just because again it's fun. It's really cool. It's very, very powerful once it gains its momentum and gets going. Here's just the deck that we were just playing here. Maybe you guys think it's boring. I'm not really switching it up a whole lot, but again, I really, really like this deck. It's been treating me very well, and I think it's at a pretty good spot. I haven't been keeping my finger too tight against the pulse of the meta or anything lately, and I'm going to put next weekend, hopefully, as a tentative time to get a league in with this deck. So I'm still just kind of practicing with it, roughing out, trying to sanding down some of the rough edges with it, and still shaking off the dust here. I still don't feel like I'm quite back to where I was kind of at my prime when I was playing Modern as regularly as I once was. So before I make that time investment and everything, I want to give you guys like some good videos. I don't just want to be on here making mistakes left and right and feeling like the videos are just not of a good enough quality that we can't learn something from them, or you can't enjoy the content because I'm misplaying too much. So either way, there it is. There's another match, another notch in the belt. Luis Salvatto's GP Stockholm Miracles list, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions or comments or alternative lines that you would like to discuss, go ahead and write about those down in the comments. And so thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon.